All right, cats, how we doing? Uh-oh, I've just realised I still got them on. Hello. Right then, today, create and stay sane. So today, basically, you've got to keep yourself occupied, haven't you? Today I'm going to do a bit, and the plan is to change the exhausts on my Harley Davidson because they are big, audible, long, and most importantly, quiet. Don't want quiet, do we? Nah. Yeah, big, audible, long and quiet. There we go. That describes them in a T. Oh, and they weigh about 300 tonne each. So they're going. And they're going to replace them with these. Now, I wonder if these may be louder. I think there is a possibility. Would you like to see? So, they are getting replaced with them. Oh dear, this might not end well. This might be extremely loud. And all the neighbours might fucking well hate me by the end of the week. But who cares? Not me. So, quick demonstration. Here we go. Right, so first thing on the agenda, you can have a listen to what standard pipes sound like. Well, actually, I'm saying standard pipes. These have had a little bit of fettling in the past, so they're a bit louder than they should be. But anyway, this is a standard pipe. So, as you can hear, sounds more like a Honda than a Harley, doesn't it? You can't have that, man. You have to make some noise, don't you? People have to know when you're coming, like. At least they do in my book, because then they tend not to knock you off the bastard bike, because they can hear you as well as see you. But anyway, here we go. Right, for all you cats out there that have ever changed exhaust pipes on a bike, it's not high tech at all, it really isn't. Occasionally you'll have to deal with lambda sensors and such like, oxygen sensors, but to be honest with you, I've changed, I give up, dozens and dozens and dozens of exhausts on motorcycles, on my own bikes and other people's bikes, and I've never come across an issue. Yeah, occasionally you can get a bit of backfiring, but I've never come across an issue where anything's needed to have its fueling reset. I just haven't. There'll be a lot of people up there now jumping up and down, oh, you've got to have it done. And well, for me, it's 41 years of riding, probably about 350,000 miles, 42 bikes, and I haven't. So, if you disagree, you disagree. We shall see. But in the meantime, we're going to fit these little sexy beasties and take these hideous, great big sausages off. And immediately the Harley will weigh about half what it used to. Honest to God, it's like carrying a pillion passenger, it's that big. But anyway, let's whiz it off. So we'll start with these here clamps. Get these out of the picture. Back here we've got some Allen keys. I assume they're known as Allen keys in the US. I'm not sure. We'll whiz these off. Remember, when you're on your Harley Davidson, folks, and you're pulling things apart, don't start sticking metric spanners into things, because nothing on it's metric. It'll be imperial. It might even have some cycle thread on it, but it will not be metric. It is not a japper, as they say. Ooh, that was a bit rude. Now, hopefully, this is not too much of an ongoing saga. you're getting bored, you might have to fast forward a bit. That's if you're even there. Right then. 2 more of these little doubles here. No, that's typical, isn't it? And straight away we hit a problem. It doesn't bloody fit in, does it? No, because it's too large. So we need a real live key. So let's find a real live key, baby. We have returned with one of these. A real live, old-fashioned 90-degree angle Allen key. To remove hideous big black sausage from side of Harley Davidson. To be replaced by sexy little sausage on side of Harley Davidson. He says. So, by the way, in case any of you are wondering why I'm taking these things off and I'm putting smaller pipes on. I am a firm believer, as I say, after 40 years, 40 odd bikes, 300 odd thousand mile, loud pipes save lives, end of story. Because people in cars are distracted by that much shite these days. It is crazy the amount going in a car these days. So what we need to do, helmets all well and good, helmets are great, leathers are great, but if people haven't seen you, they still fucking ride over you. Well, now they can hear you as well as see you. Now you get their attention. Now they're looking for you because now they can hear a motorcycle, they can hear an engine. And so they look and they see and then they don't drive over you. Now there are some quite sexy pipes you can get for this bike. I've had them before. They're called, they're made by Vance and Hines. They're called short shots. And basically, this width of pipe you get here, it continues to about here. Same on the bottom, continues to about here. Now, I've had short shots before. Again, stuck them on the bike. It was on a 1200 Sportster. Stuck them on the bike, just rode the bike, popped and farted now and again. Didn't do any harm. Did about 25,000 miles on that bike. Never missed a beat. Brilliant. The only problem with them is, you still have to keep taking them off when you go for what we have in the UK called an MOT. And so you have to take it to your Ministry of Transport appointed garage for him to give it the once over and tell you that you can use it on the road for another year. And they give you the certificate. Well, you can't get through the MOT test with Vance and Hines short shots, as I found out, because they're too loud. So you have to be able, whatever you do, to swap back. So that's one drawback to the Vance and Hines short shots. Now, quite obviously, these are going to be the same. There's no way these are getting through an MOT, not in a million years. But I've only got to change the ends. I haven't got to start arsing around getting into the cylinder head, because they're not the easiest things in the world to change. They're a bit fiddly. And you can run the risk of snapping bolts off, exhaust bolts off, because exhaust bolts burn into the head. They always do. So they can be a bit of an issue. And the second thing that's wrong with the short shot is the fact that it's, over here, £700 for a pipe that you can't even go through an MOT with, which to me seems a bit extreme. These give you the same look and they're 130 quid. It's a big difference from 700 and 130 and a lot easier to swap them. Hence, that's why I've gone for them. So, let's remove this humongous, great big didgeridoo here, which is, Christ almighty, how much does that weigh? £30 for £40? Look at the size of that. Look at that. Do you reckon it's big enough? Crazy. As I said before, I have had a go, as you can see from the ring of holes there, I did have a go at trying to make them create some noise, but unfortunately didn't work. It was a shite idea and it didn't work. So what we're endeavouring to do here is get this thing out hot. So in the ideal world, Don't take the exhaust off when they're hot, because it burns your fucking hand. It's all in the fun, innit? We don't care. Right then. Ta-da! Half a pipe. The plan is, that goes on there. That's the plan. Ooh. Ooh. And that clip's not going to fit in there for a start, is it? Brilliant. That's absolutely splendiferous, darling. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Right, there we go. In the words of the poet, there's short and there's fucking short. And these are going to dissolve the pigeons out of the fucking trees, I think. Do we care? No. We're doing it anyway. So, don't do what I've just done and pull your bike apart only to realise that you've got a bit missing. It's great, isn't it? Foolishly, I thought that when I sent for my shorty little exhausty things from the US of A, that it would arrive with all clamps, clips and necessary wadding, should we call it, in order to fit the pipe. Well, it doesn't. You get the clip and you get the pipe, but you don't get the wadding, you don't get the insert. Let me show you what I mean. On the old pipe, there is this. Can you see in there? This thing here, this metal lip, actually has an insert in it. It's about 3mm or so. It's this black horrible shite. And it's what gives you your seal between the downpipe and the exhaust itself, the actual silencer part. Silencer. Should I say silencer for those short things I bought? Probably not. But you get the gist. It enables you to stick one onto two, except the bit in the middle isn't there, so it doesn't. So I've got metal on metal, and it's the wrong size. It's about 3 or 4mm too big now, the shorty. I don't know if you noticed it rattling like a maraca before, but I was somewhat disconcerted when I rattled it. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't fit, and it's not going to fit. So I'm now off back in the house to see if I can buy 2 of these inserts from Harley Davidson. Oh, did anybody take offence then? Good. I don't care. Laters! All right, cats. Well, it's been a week or two, and I had to order these little sleeves for the exhaust, and we shall show you. Because it turned out not to be the best idea that I've ever had. It's about right, really, isn't it? So we take all the measurements and diameters of the downpipe, because our little turnouts, which are there, I know, very little. And as you will see, if I give you a quick demonstration, when we come down here and we endeavour to stick them on, they are like the proverbial in the top hat. Not very good. So, my brilliant idea was, if we bought exactly the right thing as recommended by the maker of said little turnout, we would be on a roll. So I ordered them from Harley Davidson in the US of A, and they arrived. Brilliant. Not really. So, here we are. Here's the little doodles, the little inserts. Right. This here little gizmo, as you can see. If I take that out of the wrapper, we have one of these, you see. Okay? Made out of some sort of, well, I'm not going to say asbestos, but it's a very similar thing. Okay? And when we come down here to the exhaust, absolutely brilliant. Fits on just as it should. So your turnout then goes over the top of it, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Because it doesn't fit. Brilliant. Quality. So, here we go. Where are we? There we are. Right, there we have said turnout. Here we have said doodah, which, as you can see, very disappointingly, doesn't fit inside it. So that was a waste of 30 quid. So don't worry about your measurements, and don't worry about what Harley Davidson recommend, and don't worry about what the people who make the turnouts recommend, because none of it fits, which isn't very good, really. So, unfortunately, we are down to good old exhaust tape. So let's try that out and see what happens. Right, kids. Well, the bandage is called Bandex. Aluminium strips, basically. Well, one aluminium strip. Cut it into 8, because you need 4 for each pipe to get it to the right thickness. And it's just basically you stick one piece over the top of another piece. It gives quite a nice, very good seal actually. Great, I'll show you now. And the pipes, for anybody that's interested, were from the USA, and they're made by Radiant Cycles, slip-on exhaust muffler. And they are really well made. They're great. They're heavy. They're smashing. It is a bit of a pisser that you don't get the seals, because it is like a dick in a top hat when you're trying to put the slip on onto the downpipe. There's no way around it. You need to pad it out. It should have a seal in there. The aluminium stuff's worked really well. I would have given you a demonstration with it, only I didn't realise the battery died in me flaming Pocket 3. Brilliant, that one. So I haven't recorded that. But the one strip that you get, I don't know, it's, 2 foot long or something. Cut it into 8 and put 4 on each pipe, and then it's a perfect fit. These little trumpets fit perfectly onto the downpipe. It's a bit of a bastard to fit on, only for the fact that there's sticky and there's sticky, but this stuff is crazy sticky. So you take it partially off each little strip you've made, start it on the pipe, and as you wrap it round, take the backing off, because believe me, from what I've just tried, if you take the backing off entirely and try and stick it on the pipe, you've got more chance of winning the lottery. It's not happening. So anyway, here it is, stuck on the pipe. So there it is. It's this stuff here. And I've just stuck sheet over sheet. There's 4 sheets. And now it's packed it out really nicely. It's packed it out great now. So we've got the situation here now where we've got a nice fit. Look at that. Lovely fit now. Just do me bolt up there. Do me bolt and everything will be cool. But it's really quite a nice fit. Bottom one's good. Look at that. Lovely fit. So I'm going to do up my bolt on my nut. And then I'm going to dissolve some pigeons. And hope that the police don't turn up from about 3 miles away to arrest me for noise pollution. Because you never know, these might be coming off a lot quicker than they went on, but we'll see. Woo! Right, so we have returned from our little blast around, about 25 miles, something like. Those exhausts, absolutely bloody marvellous, superb. You can hear a little bit of ticking and tinkling there. Yeah, well and truly got them up to temperature. Yeah, about 25 miles, something like that. No backfiring at all, nothing. Tiny little bit of a, could you call it a rumble, maybe, on the overrun. You had to give it a bit of stick to get it to do that. Never missed a beat, man, nothing. Besides the actual sound, which is bloody fantastic. And I must admit, after the 1200 Sporty that I had the short shots on, that's no different. It's no different. The sound's no different. It's certainly not offensive. The helmet I've got is not the best in the world. It's more for, I'll be honest with you, it was more for aesthetics than it was anything else. I'll show you. It's one of them, a Bandit. Yeah, I know, it should be an open face. Yeah, I know, Harley Davidson and all that. You know, Easy Rider, blah, blah, blah. Don't want to do Easy Rider on the 20th of November, is it, in North Wales? Because it's bastard freezing. and I would have been like one of the Walking Dead by now after 25 miles with an open-faced lid on here. It's chilly, to say the least. So, recommended. Great little pipes. Really cool. You want to save yourself a fortune, lads. They look smart. They do the job. They're not too hard to fit. They're not. It's fiddly pissing around with that aluminium tape, but that's it. So, anyone can do it. Piece of piss. Just make sure you get them on nice and tight, because you don't want to be leaving them in the middle of the fucking road first time you ride the motorcycle. Okay? So, anyway, there you go. They're half decent. They're worth the purchase. They're good quality. Go for it. Why not? 130 quid. It's got to be worth a go, right? Create. Stay sane.